Hey guys, welcome back. If you're new here, which probably most of you are, my name is Mackenzie. This is my channel. It's been a minute since I uploaded my last video, a couple weeks, 3 weeks. I actually have a video edited and ready to upload, but I never uploaded it because I procrastinated on editing it. Instead, we're doing an impromptu update, I guess, is what this is, to discuss things that have happened. I finished the outline for my novel. It has been outlined. And in the video that I did not upload, I discuss in great length how I have been converted from a pantser to a planner. This is the first time I've ever outlined a novel before, and I actually, even though the process was laborious, at the end I really enjoyed it because I spent all of the time during the outline that would have been taken up by thousands and thousands of words that I would have had to trash because I didn't like the idea. Instead, in the outline, I can just have an idea, see if it slots into the novel, and then if it doesn't, cut it. So I enjoyed that. It allowed me to be more creative in a way because I wasn't spending the time, getting committed to an idea and then axing it. So that was fun. So I guess hashtag planner now? We'll see. I did right after I planned that one go, oh, there's like a couple other novels that I should outline now, but don't worry, we will stick with this one and start writing this one before we outline more, hopefully. So far, I have stuck with this one. It actually has 3 chapters written. I wrote a chapter, so I outlined and then I wrote a chapter actually based on a dream of mine that I had, which is kind of a nightmare for me. If you know me at all, I'm not a huge fan of open water. I don't like having things under me that I can't see and the inability to hide if something comes after me, I guess. So I wrote this one scene, and then I really, really loved the voice that came with that one scene. And then I wrote another chapter to it, and I hated it. It wasn't the voice that I wanted. So I played around with that a bit, and then I wrote a couple other chapters. I cut that first one, wrote a couple other chapters, and then I think I'm at like 3 chapters now or something. But I like the voice that I've found for my main character, which is good. And then I didn't reach, so at my last accountability group, I think my lowball goal was 3,000 words. I didn't hit 3,000 words. I think I hit like 2,000. It was not a priority for me this week. I'm aware that it was not a priority for me this week. So hopefully we can change that, because you're not writing this story for me. So hopefully I can get back on that bandwagon this week. And in terms of reading, I finished The Alienist. It was good. Kind of disappointed that it ended. Like, I liked that atmosphere, I guess, and spoiler alert, I guess, sorry if you weren't aware that, the series continues, but the second book is like 20 years down the line or something. Don't get mad at me if you didn't know that and I just spoiled that for you, sorry. And then from The Alienist, I read 2 books? 2 ebooks, that I did not finish. But I read, and I'm not going to remember the names of the books or the authors because I did not pre-plan this. The first one is a book based after Buffy destroys the world and all that fun jazz. And I got like a couple chapters in, and I had to put it down because it was just literally everything that was happening in the book. And I understand that Buffy messed up the universe and she's to blame and all that shit, but literally everything that was happening, every other paragraph was Buffy destroyed the world, how dare she, all of this is because of Buffy, blah blah blah. And I was like, okay, I get it, your life sucks because Buffy was an idiot, but I don't need to be reminded of that every second because you've told me, I'm aware of it. Move on, have the story progress. If it's necessary to the plot line, remind me that Buffy messed up the world. And then the second book that I put down, I think it was called Flex. Really cool premise about magic being visualization and manifesting. So your magic is based around like things that you love. The main character loves bureaucracy, so he's a bureaumancer, I think is how you pronounce it. Essentially, he just like gets really efficient at doing paperwork and all this stuff. It's a really cool concept. I love that idea of magic being based around that, but it just, the plot line, like the plot was not there for me. And I had an issue with like the secondary main character, I guess. But every time he talks about this woman, he has to refer to the fact that she's overweight and her midsection's doughy and her boobs flop and all this stuff. And I'm like, when you described her the first time, I get that you want her to be, people to know that she's a little on the large side. I get that. Like, do men actually see an overweight person and every single time that they're thinking about them, think about their weight and discuss in their head their weight like that? It's just, I don't know, it was really off-putting and really weird to me. So that's not why I stopped reading it. It was just a little, it was a detractor. Oh, there's a cat in the background. It was just a little bit of a detractor for me. The main reason I stopped is because I didn't care about the plotline. So, did not finish those two books. Oh, I read the second volume in the Saga series. Saga? Comic books, graphic novels. Loving that world. I love the artwork. The writing is sassy and great. So I'm loving it. Even though I have a quote-unquote book ban on, I'm likely gonna buy the third one in that series. And then right now I'm... Henri, your head's out of the shot. Right now I'm reading Mindhunter, because I was craving more psychological crazy stuff because I'm watching Ted Bundy series, or the Ted Bundy tapes. And I'm always a sucker for serial killers. Or I shouldn't say that, I'm not a sucker for serial killers. I like psychology. I like listening to and reading about and watching things about people who are different from the rest of society. It really intrigues me. If I could go back to school for psychology, I totally would. If I became a vampire or immortal or whatever, totally would go to college for years, or university for years and years and years and years and years, just getting different PhDs and learning things. But I think the first thing that I would go for is psychology. It's super interesting to me. So I like reading and watching those types of things to watch people analyze other people, I guess, and see how different people think, and it's just really intriguing for me. So I'm reading that right now, and then I'm also working on writing. So, Henri, I'm cutting you off again. Just your butt in the shot. So yeah, that was my 3 weeks of not talking to you guys. I'm sorry. Thanks for sticking around with this chaos, and I hope you are rewarded by the cat butt that is in this shot now. See you guys later.